Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you, not we, I am going to show you some tools you must have as a baker or someone who is into baking, who loves baking. The important tools you need to have, and their uses briefly, if you get. And try to add the prices if I'm sure about the prices. So let's get straight into it now. So the first tool we'll be talking about is our measuring cup and spoon sets. This tool usually comes together as cup and your spoon. And for someone who doesn't have the measuring scale at home, or you cannot afford it at the moment, you can just opt for your measuring cup and spoon for measurement for anything you want to do, your cake, your pastries, or your pancakes. You guys, don't worry, I'll still make a comprehensive video on how to measure accurately without your measuring scale, and it will come out very accurate, you guys, just with your measuring spoon and your measuring cup. So guys, this is the first tool we're talking about, our measuring spoon and our measuring cup. It is just around 700 naira when I got it in the year 2022, but now it will be around 1000 to 1500. And the cup comes in 5 sets, which is the 1/2, 1/4. And for the measuring spoon, as you can see, it comes in 6 sets: 1 tablespoon, half tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, and finally 1/8 teaspoon, which is the pinch of salt measurement. So you guys, so the next tool I'll be showing you guys is your sieve. This tool you must have it, because any measurement, any recipe you have to sift your flour. This way you're going to strain out the particles that is in the flour, or the dirt that are inside the flour that you don't even know, so it will make it lighter and easier while mixing. So the next thing you have to get as a beginner is your hand whisk. This tool is mostly used to whisk your eggs. If you don't have your mixer yet to whisk your eggs till it is foaming, you guys, if you have your hand whisk, you can just whisk it with your hand whisk, and it is used to mix your butter and your sugar till it is very evenly dissolved. Another thing you need to have is your rolling pin. Yes, for your pastries to come out better, you need a rolling pin. You have to stop using all those bottles, all those soft carbonated vein bottles. You have to stop using it, and your rolling pin is very easy to use. Hand wicks is very cheap. I think the last time I got it was 1.5. Your rolling too is around 1.5. And next thing is your pizza cutter. Some people call this kitchen wheel or pizza cutter. So anyhow you want it, call it anyhow. This one is used for trimming your edges, for cutting out your pastries, your fondant, when you are trying to make your sausage roll, you want to cut it out in the square form, or you want to cut out your fondant, trim the edges. You can just use your kitchen wheel to do this, and it is very durability, like it has a long durability, you guys, and it lasts longer. I've been using this for also 2 years now, and it is still serving me well. Another thing you have to get is your silicone spatula. Emphasis on silicone. I don't actually recommend using a wooden spatula. I recommend a silicone spatula because it doesn't break and doesn't burn. I've been using this for like 4 years, since 2021, and it has still been serving me better. It was actually one of the first tools I got when I began my baking journey, and it is very easy to use to scrape all of your butter, blah blah blah. Another thing a beginner or baker pastry master must get is your sieve spoon. You guys, your sieve spoon will make your donut come out very perfectly nice. Your chin chin, your buns, anything you are frying, as long as you are deep frying or shallow frying, you need a deep spoon, a deep sieve spoon actually, to make it come out easier and easier for you to scoop out while frying. And you have to get a very strong one that is going to last you for a while. And although this one is not, it is a middle way strong one. They say another one that is a wood in the middle and it is stronger, but I'm trying to get out very soon. Another tool you have to get as a beginner is your pastry brush. And what do we use this to do? We use this in egg wash in our pastries, like your meat pie, your sausage roll. After making it that I want to egg wash with, like now I'm doing it in the video using my meat pie cutter as a sample. You don't have to use your hand or your toothbrush. Just get a pastry brush. It has a set. Some comes in the bigger form, some comes in a lower form. So the next tool, from my own point of view, that I feel every baker beginner need to get is your meat pie cutter. Meat pie cutter actually has a single set like my own, and there is a double 3, 4, 5, 6 sets, or that it has 6 in 1, 5 in 1. So you can either get this one based on your financial capacity, you guys. So it is very important. You don't have to use a round plate to keep on cutting your meat pie. And another thing, to the major baking part, is your turntable. if you're someone who will be baking a lot, decorating a lot of cakes, you have to get a 360-degree turntable. The reason why it is called 360 is because it rotates 360. As you can see, I'm doing it in the video, and it will make your work easier for you. So you need a wooden dummy if you are someone who is not really perfect with your buttercream cake design and your fondant too sometimes. And your dummy, it is called dummy because it is wood, or sometimes it comes in your styrofoam based on what you can afford. I got my kitchen dummy, my baking dummy, around 2022, and it was 3.5, and the styrofoam back then had the 6-in-1 set, so it is around 15k back then. Another thing you have to get is your scraper. Scraper is used to smoothen your buttercream that it has been applied on your wooden dummy. Let me show you how I did mine for example, so you can understand. So you have to place your wooden dummy on your 360 degrees rotating, what is it called, turntable, sorry you guys, and place your wooden dummy on it. After applying your butter to the wooden dummy, then scrape with your scraper. Don't worry, I'll still show you guys a comprehensive video on how to decorate your cake and make the perfect buttercream frosting cake design. So another thing you have to get important too is your palette knife. You can get the straight one or the angled one. I prefer using the angled one, but you can get the straight one. So for this palette knife, we use it in applying butter. It is called like a freehand sketching. Sometimes there is a freehand method of applying things to things. I don't know, maybe you get me. And there's another option, a regular option that we were all taught to apply butter on our cake, on our dummy. But your palette knife is like a freehand method, and it's very faster. If you are a pro, it is very easy for you. But if you are a beginner, if you cannot get this method easily to apply with your palette knife, there's another method in the video that I'll be showing you. So your palette knife is to apply the butter on the cake, and your scraper is to smoothen it, and you use the both to make a sharp edge. So you guys, here is the second option, the main option of applying your butter to your cakes, your dummies, your styrofoam, which is called your piping bags. Piping bags comes in different sizes. It comes with a nose mouth set. It comes in the liner form. Avoid the color or the date on this one. It was just a bit of color that put on it. So I'm showing you guys how to apply butter on your dummy, just in my imaginary form. You guys, don't worry, I'll still share a real video. So with your piping bag, you will scoop your butter inside the piping bag, and then you squeeze it and start applying it all over your cake round. So after applying with your piping bag, then you grab your scraper and just make it slip on it, and then you smoothen it. You get, you don't need to use your palette knife in this area if you are very good with your piping bag. So this is what I called the nose mouth earlier. Nose mouth has different kind of different kind of designs based on the mouth. So you can just use any type you want, put it inside your piping bag with the lock that comes with it, which is the white lock. Then you scoop your butter into your piping bag, and after decorating the whole cake, then you start piping on the cake. So these are the colors that actually stained my piping bag. I found a white a blue color in my piping nose mouth set, and I actually didn't notice before. So the next tool I'll be showing you guys is a smoother. Smoother is mostly used in while we are decorating with our fondant cake design, and I'll show you guys how we use it. For someone to use smoother, you have to get like two smoother, a gem smoother, a normal smoother. This one is a normal smoother, and it is used to gently lay your fondant on your cake by gluing it to it. It's like instead of using a scraper, your smoother will, because your fondant is not in a butter form, it is like in a cloth form, and it is used in maintaining a sharp edge. So you have to use two smoother. I barely use this because I barely make fondant cake. I'm not a fondant lover, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of you guys, my community members, I'll still be sharing a video on how to make a fondant cake, you guys. So guys, we have come to the end of the video, and I hope you have been able to learn one or two important things you need to know as a beginner, and it is very budget friendly, like I said in the beginning of the video. And if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, my name is Oluwatobloba, popularly known as the boy who cooks, and an entrepreneur and a content creator, and my goal is to help you become a better home cook, a pro baker from your comfort zone with what you have, using what you have. And if you are a businessman or a businesswoman, you can use most of my recipes, my techniques in making your post, making your business sales, and it will come out very nice. So for trying out my recipes, or
trying out my acts on this YouTube channel, you can just send me a DM on Instagram at the boy who cooks, and I will be gently awaiting your tryout. You guys kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that now, and please turn on your notification bell because I am rooting for you. I love you too. Bye guys.